Hello everybody, and welcome back to Ace Attorney. I'm really excited to get back into this. It's been a long time since I've played any games for this channel. Like, everything you've seen that's been uploaded recently, that was pre-recorded. So I'm excited, although I don't actually remember a lot of what happened, but we'll find out. Alright, we got his testimony. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening and took the victim's gun and ended it. Okay, his testimony suddenly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. You can feel it. Okay, alright. I didn't see any contradictions yet, so I'm just gonna press. Sort of familiarize myself with the details. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Adding body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. Objection! You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Korean channeling technique, the medium physically changes. Oh, you've done your research, have you? Then I should be able to... If the prosecution is familiar with the technique, then I should be able to make the argument that this was not Maya's fault. Because it wasn't her! That's the problem! God. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Korean channeling technique. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about. I didn't quite get it. Oh dear. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. By the way, it's quite stormy where I am, so I'm hoping that won't pick up on the capture, but it might. If it does, I'm sorry. You get at least some nice, rady ambience for our mystery. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, it was pretty bad. How bad would you say it was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day. Afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness? Yeah, you deserve that one. Sorry. Alright, Gumshoe. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Okay. Where in the world did that pistol come from? Looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Yeah, this is like Japan, America, so you can't just go into Walmart and buy a gun. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? Maybe. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Fight again, he missed. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Yeah, gee, she could have been shot. Von Karma? What's that look for? The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. But the safety off, even an amateur like you could fire it by pulling the trigger. Excuse me? Even me? I wonder. Oh, she's cute. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. There's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. Uncovering it is gonna uncover the truth. Okay. Alright, so Von Karma looked kind of hesitant on one of these. Okay, while the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun and took a shot because they were too close, he missed. Alright, let me have a look at my evidence. My badge! I don't think that'll be useful. 8 inches off ground. Okay. I honestly don't... Oh, 2 shots? There were 2 shots. Okay. I'm not sure. This is the first time since I played these games that I am not quite sure what to do. 2 are fine, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot because they were too close, he missed. And picked up on the opening and took the victim's— oh, wait. I'm stupid. Okay, so of course there were 2 shots. Alright, so I guess maybe this is it? Nope! Oh, jeez. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence! It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Shit. Okay. Whoops! That didn't go so well. No, it didn't! Alright, let me just double check it was this one that she was not sure about. Which button is the skippy? Yeah. Alright, so it's this one that she's not sure about. But then picked up... Maybe I'm looking too deeply into her little hesitation there. I'm not seeing any contradictions. I'm really not. Alright, what about the last one? Oh shit, whoops. Yep, can I skip it please? Thank you. To find the victim took out his gun. Ah, Jesus! I don't know! Maybe... you can't do it because you're blood loss? Nope. I should have known going in that one wouldn't work. That evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in that statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. No! Because I don't know! All I know is Maya didn't fucking do it! I don't think that one made me points to the judge. No, but... But Von Karma is whipping the judge with a whip! I think we're beyond the point. Ugh. Okay, I guess that wasn't it. Alright. Because they were too close, he missed. I don't know! Ah! You'll never believe it. I had to look up a walkthrough. It's pretty believable. Alright, okay, so... apparently... well, the victim was fine, the victim took a shot, but they were too close, he missed. Apparently the right thing to do is to present this bad boy. I don't know why, but that's what the walkthrough says, so... missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Huh? What do you mean? I'd like to know as well, Gumshoe. This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony! Care to explain? Yeah, explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the 2 of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? It said it smells of gunpowder! That's misleading! I guess... I suppose. Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! In all caps! But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume with 2 exclamation marks. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? Yes, with wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Yes, it's called being a good debater. That's not a word. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? That's actually a pretty good counter-argument. As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. Wait, what if he shot her first, and then she stabbed him? Anyway, the victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. What was that? Well, then... That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. I see. And then while she's preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Must be careful. Can't afford to make a mistake here. I'm gonna make a mistake here. Something doesn't make sense, I guess. There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Flaw? Yow! Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. I don't have anything! There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. Okay. Must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. Alright, let's have a look. I don't think we can use that yet. I'm struggling to think through this incident, because I'm having trouble, like, visualizing what even happened. She shot him point blank. 2 shots were fired. Maybe the costume again? I'm gonna try everything at this point. Take a look at this! That's wrong. Why are you showing this to me, pal? Prosecutor Von Karma's explanation, this piece of evidence do not contradict. Huh? Looks like you need to use your brain a little more, pal. Why is he yelling at me? Being lectured by gumshovel people is so embarrassing. Wow. Come on! Hurry up and get that thinking cap on! No, I don't- okay. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. Okay. When she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. Okay. I'm gonna try this. This is the piece of evidence that destroy- Okay! I guess my instinct was right! Oh wait, that does actually make sense. Never mind. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Ah! Looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please! These two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... When the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Maybe she's doing like a sprinting start that runners do, you know, with their hands on the ground where they go like, yeah! Order! Order! This changes everything! Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Clearly fucking right there. According to what you just said. She was standing here, near the folding screen. Wait a second! You'll know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Oh, she also pounds the desk! Actually, I don't know if Von Karma did that. I just remember vividly him slamming his head into the wall behind her. Behind him. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much- I should say Manfred and Franziska rather than Von Karma twice, Jesus. Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? Nah. That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Ms. Von Karma. If she was shoved from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Ah! Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You. I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything, I guess. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen. Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Franziska, you could quite easily derail this argument by just saying maybe she's doing a little running start. But maybe she's a little freak who likes to crouch before stabbing people. Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Okay, sure. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Right, the rest of the trial should be in the body bag. Blast radius of disaster. Almost got it. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right? To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Ugh, all the things to inherit, why it'd have to be that smarmy smile. Yeah, Edgeworth got it too. Detective. How dare you damage my perfect logic? How was it my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Lotta? Oh no, I'm gonna have to do her accent. Next witness. That's gotta be Lotta. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. For me to mentally prepare myself for the southernness. Okay. After we reconvene, we'll hear from the next witness. Okay. To be continued! Jeez. Okay. Yes, please. I don't want her to yell at me twice. It's upsetting. Maya! June 21st. Wait, is that the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared day? 11:37 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Phew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me. I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Why does this country have the death penalty? I feel like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you are wonderful out there. I forgot you were here, Pearl. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, another jam, like always. Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, my ghost will come after you with my scissors and will haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. She's so cute! God damn it. June 21st, 11:43 AM, District Courtroom number 2. I guess nothing else happened in that recess. Court will now reconvene. Now the first order of— Ow! I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Who was running this court? Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Oh, Jesus. Although it will be fun to watch her get beat up by Franziska. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix. How you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know? Nowza! Name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge! This here's of violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine? That ain't fine. That's a whip! Ah! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify! Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Not happening, Judge. Witness's account. Okay. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then BANG! We hear this gunshot. So the lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear on those two, there was no one else in the room. Okay. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course! The fuck does that mean? No one says that. Excuse me? Reckon course. Short for you reckon? Of course I did. Yeah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. Moment of truth. What'll be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. It certainly seemed that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Although she is blocking a good half foot with her body. Alright. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. She totally looks like a salamander. Alright, let me have a look at that photo. Because I feel like it's probably gonna be important. Alright. I'm not seeing any contradictions. Doesn't mean there aren't any. Alright. That's true. We're waiting outside the door and then bang, we hear this gunshot. So the lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. I want to talk about me breaking the door down because that's pretty cool of me. So, let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? That's you. Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Ms. Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition? I ain't for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man. Wow, trans rights. Oh really? There's something I would have liked to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And, what did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. Define waving the pistol around, please. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Girl seems an awful confident in her testimony. Press harder, because you didn't say that. Lotta, please think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember when you said when we broke into the room? I sure don't. I was murdered. Click! Lotta! At a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? I love how progressively just stopped bothering with the accent. When you saw the murder at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Well, you see. What is she wearing to court? Order! Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Yes, sorry. Good. This shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey, what do you want from me? Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. We have not! Exactly. There could have been someone else in the room who was there the whole time, maybe. Or maybe there's a secret passage. I don't know. Rats. And I'm trapped like one. Again. I like rats. Swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Okay. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am. But that old witch chased it out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? There's no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Is there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rick Given? What in the... Rick Given? You know, you reckon? That's a given. Took me a good look around the room once. There's no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Given. I mean, I'm having a little difficulty understanding you. You'd stop saying such things as wreck and given. Nah. Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony, or don't you? Ugh, the story adds up. It's worse as I was there at the scene of the crime at the time, too. The story exactly how I would have told it. Shit, okay. I need a doc and defendant went to the channeling chamber. I might press all of these just in case. Was it really only those two that went in? Phoenix. What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? There. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two who went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testify against its own client. Anyway, folks, the only two of them went inside the channeling chamber, you hear? You knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness continue. Jesus. Okay, we were waiting outside the door and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Okay, nothing there. Yep, inside was a dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. Swatting those two, there's no one else in the room. That's the suspicious bit. I'm not seeing any contradictions in this photo, but I'm still not convinced about the folding screen because they made such a big deal about it being, like, able to hide behind it, and that's wrong. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? It's shit. I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts the, I thought... You don't sound very sure, Mr. Wright. Objection denied. Shit. Okay, I don't think that won me any points for the judge. No, I don't think it did. So on those two... Maybe I can try pressing the other locations? That, what about behind the door? What about behind the door? Did you check there? What do I look like to you? I wasn't born yesterday, you know? First off, the one that busted that door open was you. But the way you slammed that door, anyone standing behind it would have had more face and less nose, free of charge. In any case, there was no one standing behind the door. She actually had the police investigate that too? His story adds up. Okay. I'm gonna try the other one. Yeah. Please click. And we're waiting outside, and we hear a gunshot. But why did it do that twice? Okay. Ah, stop! Okay. Under the floorboards is the other one. What about under the flooring? Did you check there? I know ignoramus to make it out here. Huh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, me? Under the flooring? Come on, even a bug wouldn't crawl under that. Sorry to disappoint, but there was no secret passageway under the flooring. Oh. Yeah, that was a far-fetched, huh? Okay, cool, no hints from you, I guess. Alright, I really don't want to have to consult a walkthrough, but we're making a snail's pace here. I'll try pressing... I haven't pressed this yet. May I just have to press everything. Yep. Yaha. Was it really a gunshot? Phoenix. Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? The world becomes just a little crueler. I had a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Just as I thought, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Oh shit, that was the solution. Enough! Seems that there are no issues with Ms. Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only 2 people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. Oddly rhyme. Gray and Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. Excuse me? What am I gonna do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? I don't have anything to present. Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Oh shit, did I fuck up? That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove that this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Shit. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I could protect Maya. The defense... Shit, no! Mia? Phoenix. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer's someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Pearl? I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? Pearls? Her clothes are a bit small. Please! Please give her some more clothes! Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. She is wearing purple lipstick, and I know Pearl didn't have that. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? I almost gave her Maya's voice there. Dr. Gray! Click! Take a sip of water. That was murdered. What? Click. I love flashbacks repeated. I love when that happens. Wow, so riveting. You see, there's one final piece of the puzzle. Mia? Question the lotto one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it subconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Yeah, there's a second photo, right? Now then, the court would like to end the cross-examination period. Hold it! Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time on the next episode. Dun dun dun! So exciting! Things are heating up in the Ace Attorney fandom! Shit. Oh boy. Well, hopefully I won't need to consult a walkthrough too many more times, but I wouldn't hold out too much hope. I do have dumbass disease occasionally. But yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!